He's not as efficient, and he's going to get tired easier.
Pac-Man comeback? What's going on? Manny Pacquiao is coming back for another fight against Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship, I believe. Is that something, or it's just?
I don't know.
Tabloids?
I don't know. I keep laughing about that fight.
Just take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a fighter.
Joe Rogan didn't mince words when reacting to the bombshell announcement. Manny Pacquiao is returning to the boxing ring at 46 years old to face Mario Barrios. On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, the UFC commentator and podcast host voiced serious concern, calling Pacquiao's return risky and potentially dangerous. While Rogan acknowledged Pacquiao's legendary status, he questioned whether the Filipino icon could still perform at an elite level without endangering his health.
Would you want to see Boots versus Barrios? Of course. I like to see Boots just in there, period. But that lets you know how much you need people like Barrios, because people who got something to lose, or not even something to lose, people who are superstars in their head, don't fight everybody. That's why I say Sean Porter kept the welterweight division alive. He fought them all. Barrios is doing the same thing. You need Barrios. You need people like Barrios, because Barrios will take the fight with Boots.
This fight between Pacquiao and Barrios sets up a classic battle of experience versus youth. Pacquiao's decades of ring wisdom and tactical intelligence will be tested against Barrios' size, reach, and youthful explosiveness. While Pacquiao has successfully faced taller opponents before, doing so at 46 presents a new kind of challenge. His path back to the ring has been anything but typical. After retiring to focus on his political career, he briefly returned in a 2024 exhibition bout against Japanese kickboxer Rukia Anpo. Despite a lukewarm performance, Pacquiao remains confident, pointing to his 2019 win over Keith Thurman and the relatively light damage he's taken in recent years. "I made history at 40 beating Thurman," he said. "At 45, I feel like I still have a lot left in the game."
Pacquiao could possibly face Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao's 45 years old. What you think of that fight?
Sound like Pacquiao trying to hit a lick. You know what I mean? But Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation, because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might try to beat Pacquiao up. I mean, not knock him out, but beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like that. It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so why not? If he can make it happen, make it happen.
Joe Rogan has long admired Pacquiao, calling him one of boxing's all-time greats. He often praises Pacquiao's blistering speed, tireless work ethic, and humble nature, especially given his rise from poverty in the Philippines to becoming an 8-division world champion, a feat unmatched in boxing history. Rogan has emphasized Pacquiao's remarkable ability to remain competitive against younger fighters late into his career. Lightweight contender George Kambosos Jr., who trained with Pacquiao, also credits him for shaping his mental toughness and drive, calling him a living legend and the ultimate warrior. When discussing the infamous Pacquiao versus Mayweather fight, Rogan didn't hide his disappointment. Like many fans, he felt the bout came too late, with both fighters past their prime, especially Pacquiao, who later revealed he was battling a shoulder injury. While Rogan praised Mayweather's defensive brilliance, he admitted the fight lacked the explosive action fans had anticipated. Ultimately, he saw the event as a historic spectacle that leaned more on business than pure boxing, lamenting what could have been if the fight had happened years earlier.
And so who are they talking about Pacquiao matching up with next?
He chasing the Mayweather.
Of course.
So
why not?
Right.
Floyd, come on. I know you love money. He was saying that he thinks Floyd's out of money already, because he says Floyd spends so much money, he's probably already out of it.
Well, he spend money too. I think
Sure.
Pacquiao spend more money than Floyd on everybody else.
Oh, that's right, because he's got like 50 people that he just like has supported. Yeah, I mean, he's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like Pat, even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your later.
Different fucking dude. Right. Once he steps through that ropes, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like, Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah,
and got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the best
too.
Good luck in the fight.
Good luck in the fight. He's a killer pool player. Did you know that about Pacquiao?
No, I didn't.
Like world class. Like he could play pool professional.
Terrence Crawford joined Rogan on the Joe Rogan Experience and shared his own reflections on Pacquiao. Crawford expressed frustration over a fight with Pacquiao that never materialized, saying he pursued it for 5 years. He saw it as a legacy-defining opportunity and believed promotional politics played a role in protecting Pacquiao's career. Rogan echoed those sentiments, criticizing the politics that often get in the way of marquee matchups in boxing. Both men acknowledged Pacquiao's legendary achievements, but Crawford noted that Pacquiao didn't accomplish everything alone, a remark he clarified as personal opinion rather than criticism. Their conversation underscored how difficult it is for elite fighters to secure meaningful fights, but also highlighted the enduring respect for Pacquiao's influence on the sport.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Later.
Different fucking dude. Right. Once he steps through that ropes, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah,
and got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the best
too.
Good luck in the fight.
Good luck in the fight.
I already said he's got these T-Rex arms. Everybody's talking about how fast he is. Manny Pacquiao, T-Rex arm. Pop, pop, pop.
Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Thurman! And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch. Pacquiao again, the aggressor. See? Now the response by Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao.
Mario El Azteca Barrios, Pacquiao's opponent, is a 29-year-old American boxer from San Antonio, Texas. Standing at 6 feet tall, with a 71-inch reach, he brings a significant physical advantage. Known for his aggressive style and knockout power, Barrios made a name for himself by capturing the WBA regular super lightweight title in 2019. His most notable performance came in September 2023 when he dominated Ydenis Ugas to win the WBC interim welterweight title. The unanimous decision victory displayed his ability to control distance and utilize his jab. After Terrence Crawford vacated the belt, Barrios was promoted to full WBC champion. He last defended his title in a split draw against Abel Ramos in November 2024, a competitive fight that saw both men score knockdowns. Promoter Eddie Hearn would likely find Pacquiao's return against Barrios both fascinating and concerning. He'd respect Pacquiao's legacy and fighting spirit, but also highlight the dangers of stepping into the ring with a younger, active champion. Hearn might describe this as a compelling generational clash, an aging legend testing himself against a rising star.
Pacquiao potentially facing Mario Barrios. What do you think of that fight?
Yeah, I think that, it's a very contentious subject. Like, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like, we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older. So, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably not.
But Pacquiao's comeback might be more strategic than sentimental. A win over Barrios could set the stage for a massive showdown with Gervonta Tank Davis. Pacquiao has publicly expressed interest in that fight, stating he's willing to compete at 145 or 147 pounds. "I can fight anybody, even Gervonta Davis," he said. "I'm not scared of anybody." Interestingly, Barrios previously fought Davis in 2021, losing via 11th round TKO after 3 knockdowns. That shared opponent only adds fuel to the speculation. While a Pacquiao versus Davis bout would be a blockbuster, the idea of a 46-year-old Pacquiao facing a prime Tank Davis is controversial. It's a narrative rich in drama. A legendary warrior daring to test his mettle against one of boxing's most feared punchers.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up. Tank and Pac.
Okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
Next, Crimea River, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
There's also the financial angle. Pacquiao has never shied away from admitting that money plays a role in his return to the ring. In 2016, he said, "Boxing is my main source of income. I can't rely on my salary as a public official." Despite earning massive paydays, including a reported $120 million from the Mayweather fight, Pacquiao's philanthropic efforts have taken a toll on his wealth. His former promoter Bob Arum once remarked that Pacquiao's habit of funding hospitals and schools from his own pocket could drain even the largest bank account. Legal issues have also played a role. Pacquiao was hit with an $8 million judgment from Paradigm Sports in 2023, though it was overturned in 2024. While he insists he's financially secure thanks to investments and businesses, the pressures of family, politics, and giving back may have nudged him back into the ring. The World Boxing Council, WBC, has officially sanctioned Pacquiao's return, granting him a shot at Mario Barrios' welterweight title. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman confirmed Pacquiao has been medically cleared and licensed in Nevada. He cited WBC rules allowing former champions to challenge for titles upon returning from retirement, a precedent famously set by Sugar Ray Leonard in 1987. While critics have questioned the decision, the WBC stands by its policy. Suleiman emphasized that Pacquiao's storied resume and dedication to the sport justify the opportunity. For fans, it adds intrigue to the welterweight division and raises a compelling question. Can Pacquiao defy time once again and capture gold at 46?
He also has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention, put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought, that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God, these are two of the best fighters we've ever seen, and they're both in their primes.
Mario Barrios is the WBC champion, so who is he mandated to fight next? Do you have made that decision yet?
Well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July. That's a tremendous fight. There's a final elimination taking place in North Africa, New Guinea with Chisoko. And there's just many interests in the division. It's a great weight category.
I didn't know about Manny Pacquiao. So is this something is it out there? I've not seen anything about this.
Yes, it was released. PBC. Manny Pacquiao first title was the flyweight WBC, and he wants to retire as WBC champion.